Anin, bonjour, makare benese nishnakas, mingse dem. Hi, it's Jamie here, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about smudging. So I realize I've done some videos where I am, talking about ceremony stuff, and I often start off with a smudge. And so I realized I could probably share a little bit about that because I know that there's people who are very interested in knowing what that is, but they don't necessarily know when's an appropriate time to ask. Because usually it's already like the smudge is in your face. Do you want a smudge? And you're like, I don't know, do I? So what is a smudge? And a smudge is basically the burning of traditional medicines to that area, usually, for the purpose of using that smoke to cleanse the mind, the body, the spirit, the energy around, or the space, or ceremonial objects that they'll be using for ceremony. It's kind of seen as a ceremony practice in itself, and smudging isn't necessarily just used by Indigenous people here in North America. It's actually seen around the world, although the teachings associated with it and or the medicines used may look a little different or may have a different tone. So I'll just point out what I'll be using for my smudge in my last video. I have an abalone shell, although you might see some people use a little frying pan. Today I'll be using sweetgrass, some sage, some cedar, and then forgive me because my tobacco is kind of loose, my tobacco. I could probably do a separate video on each of those medicines to talk about each of them, but I hope that maybe you'll come sit with me and then I can share in person about each of those medicines. And then, of course, to light it, you can use a lighter or you can use matches. Whatever you have, I think either one's completely fine. I want to get the job done. Some people are like, you have to use matches, and some people are like, you have to use a lighter. Really, I'm a practical person, and I want to use what I have available at the time. So I like to keep my videos for this kind of stuff, short and sweet. I want you to have the chance to sit with a little bit of knowledge first, and then you can come watch the next video. You can watch them all in succession and go from there, whatever's up to you. Or you can watch one portion a couple of times until, what I've shared kind of sticks in your heart. And I hope the way I share these teachings sit well with your heart, because I want to share in a good, kind, gentle way as much as I possibly can, so that you feel like, hey, I can do this. You just needed to be reminded or to be shown. And sometimes while we're at ceremony together, we don't always have the opportunity to take that time. So this is me taking that time and hopefully sharing in a way that you'll remember. And if you do, fantastic. And if you want to share comments or anything on any of the videos, absolutely go ahead, ask questions, whatever you like. But for now, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in part 2.